Of all 10 amendments that make up the Bill of Rights, the First Amendment is most important to me. It reads, "Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peacefully to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances." I believe that the Bill of Rights is an extremely important piece in our country that make the United States, well, the United States. Because of the First Amendment, I'm allowed to think, say, and write whatever I want about my government without fearing being censored or punished for what I voice. It doesn't matter how old I am, I don't even have to be a citizen of the United States. Just the fact that I'm physically in this country means that I am protected by the Bill of Rights. But how has the Bill of Rights protected me in my life? Last year, our family drove up to Indianapolis to participate in a climate change protest at the State House. We were peacefully expressing our wishes for the government to change policies to reduce carbon emissions. If it weren't for the First Amendment, we wouldn't be allowed to do this. Every day, I'm able to read the newspaper that contains stories that haven't been censored by the government. I can read any book I want from our local public library. I have the freedom to talk about whatever I want with my friend, knowing that my conversations aren't being recorded. I'm allowed to post videos discussing whatever I want on the internet, whether it's about me going on a bike ride or explaining racial injustice and police brutality. And this goes beyond just me as an individual. Teachers are able to teach students about the government and spark discussions about it. Groups of people can protest about something they want to see change. People can speak up about their thoughts and beliefs on social media sites like Twitter and Facebook. And this guy is allowed to show why bike laws should be changed in New York City. But what if we didn't have the First Amendment? What if we didn't have the Bill of Rights? What if our only source of information was the US government itself? What if anything I said about our government had to be praising our nation's leader? Everything might be censored. The government could have their own controlled versions of Facebook and Twitter. The government could even impose an official religion, prohibiting citizens from practicing another. Anyone who said anything bad about the government could be subject to arrest. Petitions and protests would be unheard of. Let's take a look at the lives of some individuals who live in countries that don't have freedom. Lam Wing Ki was a bookseller in Hong Kong who sold books that criticized the Chinese government. He was arrested and detained by the government in 2015. During the Chinese Tiananmen Square massacre in 1989, thousands were wounded or killed by military troops during protests for democracy and freedom. Here's another example that sends chills down my spine. Recently, in Hong Kong, police arrested at least hundreds of minors who were protesting for freedom. This 12-year-old girl was tackled and pinned down to the ground by police on her way to buy art supplies. Police said she ran in a suspicious manner, but that could be me on the way home from school. Fortunately, the United States Bill of Rights, and more specifically, the First Amendment, protects my rights of free speech, press, assembly, petition, and religion. That's something I really appreciate, and that's something I really love about the United States of America.